Devil May Cry is full of elite fades. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all boys, when I first got recommended this show, my spidey senses was tingling, cause I could just feel another successful hate watch calling my name, especially with Netflix and their history of fumbling the bag. 7 deadly frames.
Oh hell no.
So I thought Devil May Cry was just gonna be another run-of-the-mill botched Netflix anime, but bro, them boys at Netflix HQ must have been out to prove me wrong, cause this show is elite, no Nike. Hey, real quick before we get into the video, make sure you follow me on Twitch so you can chop it up with me when I'm live. The link is down in the description, but I'm not even gonna waste no more time. Let's get into it.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got loyalty.
Alright, so we start off with this skyline view of the Vatican City Museum. First off, the Chicago Pope's inauguration, where they was bumping at Chief Keef and King Von non-stop for the past 8 hours. So the block is cleared out now, and everything seems like it's died down, just for us to cut inside to see this whole gang of YNs shiested up from head to toe, coming down on zipliners on some Mission Impossible type of shit, ready to hit a lick on all the valuable religious artifacts inside the Vatican. Nah, this is actually insane. The new Pope ain't even held office for 24 hours yet, and these boys already trying to turn this whole into Chirac 2.0. But y'all gotta remember, a wise man once said, you can take a demon out of Chirac, but you can't take the Chirac out of a demon. But anyways, these boys get geared up just for us to see that they ops are these goofy ass medieval jesters from the 16th century. And off the fits alone, I can understand why they chose to rob this place. Just like trying to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, I don't see nothing but free licks. You trying to tell me somebody dressed like this, armed with nothing but a pointy stick, is supposed to strike the fear of God into me? Oh, scary. Oh, shiver me timbers. Shut up, man. Bro, I'm telling y'all, this would easily be the simplest play of my life. Ball on the 1 yard line, Jalen Hurts in the tush push formation type of easy, no cap. So the gang hacks into the security system, disabling all the cameras on site. Then plant C4, blasting a huge hole in the wall, and they just got to getting active. Walk through the hole in the wall like, switch retreat! First dude they came across, 2 to the shoulders and 1 to the dome, sent his ass straight back to the lobby. Hey, and I can't even lie, gang, if this is what you get for bringing a knife to a gunfight. And if we being honest, these boys ain't even need to bring in Navy SEAL Team 6 for this op. They could've easily just grabbed young nigga Captain Draco and switched boy off the streets of Baltimore, and I promise you they would've came out with the same result. But anyways, the squad goes on to completely beat the rest of the guards, mowing them down like some grass, and then just gets to robbing the place like they playing GTA. And this old Travis Scott, give me the loot ass nigga is just geeked looking at they haul until a mysterious figure appears in the shadows saying, well, this is awkward. Huh? I didn't realize matching outfits were on the agenda for the heist. Even those poorly dressed idiots outside seem to have gotten the memo. And here I came in my Easter best. So these boys turn around just to see that they've been pulled up on by Thumper off perks. And they confused because they have no idea what this reject Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band mascot is doing there. Who are you and how do you know about the heist? No tricks or you're dead. Silly American rabbits. Tricks are for kids, stealing these little trinkets for a mere 2.5 million, when the most valuable object is sitting right here in front of you. Wait, how do you know the price we were offered? I was the one who offered it. So the rabbit breaks into the glass containers, setting off the alarm. So now the Goofy Goober gang is on high alert and starts making a beeline towards their location. The rabbit then grabs the Force Edge, sword of the Demon Knight Sparta. And this sword just oozes aura with that dirty Sprite purple glow. You're the buyer, so take what you want, as long as me and my gang still gets paid for this operation. Rest assured, you will be paid everything you're owed. Quicker than he could even blink, the bunny turned into a human guillotine, severing this man's head from the rest of his body and got that motherfucker bouncing across the concrete like a basketball. The other 3 soldiers see this and they just start letting the clip sting, launching hundreds of bullets at this man. But as soon as I saw the way he smiled, I knew it was trap. GG's, bro. Game over. The rabbit activated the motherfucking speed force, deflecting every bullet with ease. Popped the first dude with the deflected bullet straight to the chest, and straight up speed blitzes bro right here, hitting him with a backhand looking like he was playing tennis. Boom! Dead on impact. And the last guy ain't even stand a chance. He was doing everything he could, just started putting up shots like Luka. But nope, the rabbit flashed up behind him and sent him straight to God like a hallelujah. Nah, I've seen enough. This man is a demon. And as the Goofy gang finally pulls up to the scene, this certified psychopath decides that now would be the perfect time to oral farm. Holding the pose from his final killing blow, like one of these boys was finna run into the room, iPhone 16 Pro Max in hand, ready to flick him up for the gram or something. So the guards completely surround the rabbit, but they're absolutely mortified by his brutality. So bro pulls out a detonator from his jacket, then just starts speaking in IG captions like Jalen Hurts, right before blowing the top off the entire building, causing everything to come crashing down. And these boys just got to scattering like flies. They ain't want no smoke. But guess what?
That don't work. There's no way out of this one.
As they running away, dog gets squashed like a bug by this falling pillar, and these two just end up getting blown like me if I ever get a chance with Tiana Trump. And meanwhile, our boy the rabbit is just standing there, menacingly, letting the building do all of the work for him. This is insane. Bro really just caught 6 packs, and he ain't even do no sit-ups. Then he breaks the fourth wall like he's Deadpool and just starts staring into our souls with this devious ass grin on his face. So I'm already knowing he nowhere near finished. So we end up cutting over to this bustling city environment where we're following this mom and her baby as they're walking down the street until this random NPC just shoulder checks her ass hard as hell like he was setting a screen, causing Girly to drop her purse and everything in it. And I'm just trying to figure out who pissed in this man's cereal, cause he ain't even try to help her up, apologize, or nothing. So as the lady's picking up the rest of her stuff, we just see her baby vanish. And in my head, I'm just like,
oh shit. Here we go again.
Thought that Amber Alert was finna come through to my phone and we was gonna have to assemble like the Avengers to catch the culprit. But we come back over to the car seat to see that someone, or better yet, something, has cloned this lady's daughter. But she's oblivious to all this. And right before she starts walking again, the lady notices that her baby threw a rattle all the way down this dark, abandoned alley. So she decides she's gonna go fetch it. And this is when I figured out that Shorty ain't the brightest crayon in the box. Like, she's gotta have room temperature IQ. Her brain has to be smoother than Steve Harvey's bald ass head. Cause first off, come on gang, have you not seen Batman? We do not go down dark abandoned alleys, ever. And second, when did your baby turn into prime Josh Allen? For baby standards, she basically launched that motherfucker halfway to Uzbekistan, and you ain't even stopped to question it?
You stupid.
See, nah bro, I ain't wanna believe it, but common sense really ain't that common. And on top of that, the rattle didn't just go straight, that boy hit a whole 90-degree turn. And still, after all that, not a single thought went off in old girl's head that said,
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So the lady bends over to pick up the toy, only to hear something whoosh by. And Shorty is clutching her pearls, looking around like, huh? What was that? It must have been nothing. I must be tripping. Just to feel 2 more shadows whoosh by her, sending chills down her spine. And at this point, she knew she might be cooked, cause now it's nothing but Stephen A. Smith in the camera. Straight forehead. Then we cut over to this first-person backshot POV of this lady getting ran up on and choked out by these 3 freaky-ass Diddy Disciple demons. And you already know what type of timing they was on. But luckily, before they could drag her into the secret Shadow Realm Diddy party, we hear, huh? Hey look! The 3 Stooges came out to play. And this is when we get introduced to our boy, the main character of the show, Dante. And bro just came out blasting. Said fucking intro and just started getting active with his twin Glocks, Zack and Cody. And Dante was just smoothly maneuvering around the battlefield until he caught one of the Diddy Disciples lacking, stuffing the barrel of his gun down his throat, unleashing not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 shots to the dome, blowing this man's brains out. Then waste no time rearranging the molecular structure of this other demon's torso. And seeing he has to run the ones with Dante, the last Diddy Disciple pops ult, turning into this spike monster from hell. But little did he know, this man Dante is Weave Nation certified, dodging every attack before popping up behind him, falling in slow-mo, literally clip farming at this point like jackpot. Head tapping this man, and now he's deader than any theater playing that new Snow White movie. So Dante ends up saving the lady, and they get to chopping it up about how there've been other attacks just like this in the area, and his client has him patrolling the streets like Batman, looking into it. And while they yapping, this demon baby spawns in hella tentacles trying to sneak Dante. But he got his floor general badge on Hall of Fame, so his on-court awareness is maxed out and notices immediately. Knowing he's caught, the baby just starts tweaking out, transforming, trying to choke out Dante. And not only is this baby a demon, but it's also a little freak bull, just wiggling his tongue back and forth. So Dante immediately tries to put a switch to his ass like a parent with a badass kid, until the lady was just like,
Stop! What are you doing? That's my baby!
And stunlocks Dante by whacking him in the head with her purse, then starts skedaddling out the alley. I'm crying. Like, this lady literally saw her baby turn into a demon in 8K Ultra HD and still decided to run off with it. You know, at this point, it's just natural selection. Cause if I see her plastered on the front of a t-shirt later on in the show, don't expect me to feel bad. But anyways, we cut over to the White House where top US officials are talking about the Vatican City attack. And they're coming to terms with the fact that demons actually exist and are gonna pose not just a national, but a global security threat here in the near future. And honestly, I'm more surprised that they just now realizing this. Demons have been on this planet for a minute, especially considering the fact that my ex has been walking around scot-free for over 20 years. But anyways, as they continue to yap, this 40-year-old unk of an intern with a comb over busts into the room like, "Boss, stop the presses! You guys have gotta see this!" Revealing he has a disc containing footage of the rabbit's final kill cam of him completely squad wiping them soldiers from earlier in the episode. So as they're doing a whole Tim the Tatman Marvel Rivals type of VOD review, trying to figure out how they team got cooked so badly, they're just in shock, marveling at the raw power this man possesses. And the rabbit peeped the body cam bro was wearing and just started shit talking like he was real to young OG like,
Hear ye, to all you sorry ass humans on the other end of the line. Not gonna lie, gang, a 20v1 squad wipe is embarrassing. Got me out here feeling like Drake, no cap. Anyways, I suppose that's enough idle chatter. Send the hunter. Unless, of course, you want me smoking on more of your dead homies. Toodaloo! Oh, and make sure you check IG. I left a special present there for you all.
Mr. President, you might want to see this.
Hot diggity, dog, son. Spit it out already. What did he leave us? My God, this nigga done aura farmed the crime scene. And just when I'm up for re-election too. Mr. Science Man, please tell me you got some sort of idea as to what we should do. Cause I tell you what, this overgrown Easter bunny got me more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Shit, the last president ain't had to deal with none of this.
So yeah, it turns out the rabbit actually did have one of the members of the Goofy gang flick him up before he sent them all to go moonwalk with Michael Jackson. And after seeing this and discussing it for a minute, the government decides to go on a wild witch hunt, rounding up anybody they deem suspicious cause they trying to figure out who this mysterious hunter is who the rabbit referred to. So they just go on a rampage in the streets, beating up old niggas, women, and even priests, illegally detaining these boys when the whole time the person they should have been after was Dante, who just so happened to be chilling at this diner, where this cosplay waitress ended up sliding Dante her number, but he didn't understand what she was trying to get into, cause this man is more oblivious than Lil Rodney in front of the hoes on a 2-man and has the social intelligence of a McNugget. Hey, all I'm saying is, a nigga like me, I would've wasted no time and would've went straight to the back with Shorty and started putting Mortal Kombat finishing moves on her ass right then and there, beating on them cheeks like some bongos.
Are you serious right now, bro?
But anyways, as he's eating, Dante feels a disturbance in the force. His spidey senses started tingling. And bro gets to moving at the speed of light, grabbing Unk by the collar and yeeting him across the room in slow-mo, and swoops up the waitress before jumping behind the counter. Cause some capital D for dickhead decided to completely nuke the entire spot. So Dante has the civilians evacuate and is about to leave as well until he gets frozen in place. Cause for some reason, he hears the voice of his older brother, who should be long dead by now.
No, you're dead. Oh, I'm here. In the flesh!
So it's immediately revealed that this is the shape-shifting demon from earlier, and Dante was just like, oh, you trying to bring up childhood trauma?
Oh, shape like
So he just switches his ass down with Mary Kate and Ashley, emptying his entire health bar, forcing this man to revert back to his regular form. And bro just doesn't stop shooting. The alien ends up weaving all his shots though, slithering away to the basement through the vents, just trolling Dante like,
you gotta be quicker than that, buddy.
But instead of going through the vent to chase after him or take the stairs, this man Dante said, yeah, now would be the perfect time to clip for him, and decides to throw that ass in the circle, shooting through the floor to make this dramatic ass entrance. But nah, Dante's pistols gotta be triple pack-a-punch with hella mods, cause there's no way a standard 9mm switch shooting through solid concrete like this, gang. And wait, hold on, now that I think about it, this man hasn't reloaded the entire episode. Them extendo mags must be putting up Bron 2018 numbers. So now Dante's just looking around in the basement, searching for the blue alien who's just slithering around in the shadows. But we come back over to this interrogation room where Darkcom is holding all of the people that they yeeted off the streets earlier, trying to find out more info about Dante, but unfortunately, Dave Blunt's ain't one of their suspects. Cause trust, all they would've had to to do was give this man a Big Mac meal, 3 apple pies, and a McFlurry. And I promise you, that nigga would have been in that house singing like Whitney. But after a while, they do end up getting the lead on this dude named Enzo. And he was responsible for facilitating the deal with the White Rabbit. So them boys in blue pull up on Enzo at his nightclub and raided the spot, swatting it like it was one of Kaisenat streams. And this man Enzo tried running away, but he must have forgot that he's rocking that Ride Wave build. 4'6", 380 pounds, and built like a bomb. So it was no way in hell he was getting away. So with the help of this Timu GTA stripper, the feds was able to bring in Enzo for questioning. And just like me, if I ever got a chance with Haley Steinfeld, Enzo ain't even last 5 seconds. Boy started singing to the choir immediately, ratting out Dante, and now the fans got all his info pulled up. So we come back over to the fight at the diner where the blue alien tries sneaking Dante, but just ends up getting Texas two-step. And this just pisses off Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens on steroids. So bro just turns his hands into 2 twin sights and just gets to swinging vicious. But Dante just ended up turning this man into Mitchell Robinson at the free throw, cause dog was hitting nothing but air. And after a while, Dante goes on the offensive, but for some reason, now he has stormtrooper aim. And one of those stray bullets ended up hitting the fire extinguisher, causing smoke to fill the room. And it looked like the blue alien was finna pop out from the right side, but he was just like, stupid. And pins this man Dante to the wall like a boy band poster. Then proceeds to snatch this man's chain with his tongue.
We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh, hell no!
Hold on, nah, time out. Flag on the play, twin. Cause this has exceeded even Carl Anthony Towns levels of zestiness. But after snatching his chain, the alien got a little too cocky. And this 1 millisecond was all he needed. Cause Dante knew bro was bound to slip eventually like he sent permission. And through sheer willpower, Dante breaks free and chin checks this nigga, saying, I got this spot, twin. And got him tumbling across the floor like Sonny Lee, sending him crashing into the wall, getting his back completely blown out while Dante snatches his chain back. Got this motherfucker laid out on the ground looking like a Jackson Pollock painting. Like, somebody please get this man to a hospital. And I can already see it. They don't have Bob in a full body cast, and I guarantee you he gonna make a post on his Snap story like,
Is this nigga serious?
And as Dante's walking up on Dog, getting ready to deal with final blow, bro steals Perfect Cell's whole flow by blowing up like a Teletubby, looking like he's about to explode. But he just ended up pump faking Dante and transformed into a bat running away with his tail in between his legs. So we come back over to Enzo and the vice president, where he tells Enzo they found the location of the rabbit and they sent in a team after him. But bro just ended up catching more bodies than an Astroworld concert, leaving only 1 survivor. Then we get some more plot explaining the ancient champion of demons, Sparta. So Sparta sided with humanity over his own kind, starting an all-out war between the human and demon realms. And to protect humanity, Sparta made an unbreakable wall between the realms with the power of his sword and magic amulet. And once he was finished, he split the amulet into 2 pieces, making it harder to find. Cause if the 2 amulet pieces and the sword came together, that fully opened the realms to each other, essentially bringing on Armageddon. And this is pretty much the White Rabbit's whole evil scheme. And he's made good progress so far, cause he already has the sword and 1/2 of the amulet. And can y'all just take a gander as to who has the other half just hanging from his neck? Dante. So y'all already know, more treacherous activities are bound to ensue. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that sub button for me, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. And if you haven't already, go follow me on Twitch. I've been going live consistently, so make sure y'all boys pull up. And go ahead and sub to the second channel too. We got all types of new content dropping over there. And if you want to interact with me and the community in between vids, join the Discord. Link is down in the description. As always, I appreciate the support here on the main channel. We on the road to 200K, and I couldn't do this without y'all, so thank you. I got another solo leveling video coming up next, but if y'all want to see some more Devil May Cry, just let me know down in the comments and I'll do my best to make it happen. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Be smooth.